drums and
a camera.
We do that so well. Now I want to know why you're drinking a hot beverage and I have
Because she's a
shot. Well, no, I just am more fun. If you haven't figured that out already.
We're also at Nikki's house, so I have to drive home.
Oh well.
Cheers.
But cheers to that.
Cheers. I don't think I can take a sip. It's too hot.
Well, that's your fault for having a hot beverage. So I'm drinking a Goldschlager, which is like my favorite.
But you have to say Goldschlager.
Schlager. Goldschlager. I'm quite excited today because I've wanted to talk about this subject all week.
It's a very serious subject.
It's a very serious subject. So I wanted to talk about the qualities of a good friend because something happened to me about a week ago with someone I would have called a very good friend. She sent me an email saying that we had fulfilled the purpose in each other's lives. I had a hard time with that one because I didn't know that we were friends to fulfill purposes in each other's lives, but maybe we are. I don't know.
And it ended?
It ended, but via email, not even a face-to-face after 25 years. And this happened after I chose to put my family first and to explore goals and dreams that I had. And she had a hard time with that. So it really made me think about the friendships I do have in my life. And I thought, I have a lot of really good people in my life, and I'm really excited about that. So I will, my sister, I will go on, and I learned a lot from that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the qualities of a good friend, because I think I got this
Should
one.
I be taking notes?
I think I got this one down, Shal. Okay. So the first one is trust and honesty. So you want to be able, if you call someone a friend, you want to be able to trust them. You want them to be an honest person. You want to be able to have real conversations and not worry that something you say is going to get to someone else. So that's, I think, number one. Number two, you have to respect your differences because everything is not going to be the same. You have to realize that they're different than you, and you have to be okay with that. I mean, look at you and I. We couldn't be more opposites. But I think we respect our differences. Mm-hmm. And that's important. The friend needs to be happy for you when you're successful and celebrates with you. So they see you're successful, they see you're happy. A good friend is going to be happy.
But it might be hard for them if they're going through a hard time.
It might be.
It could be.
But I think honesty comes into that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say your friend just had a miscarriage. They're probably not going to want to show up for your child's christening. And that's understandable.
Okay.
Right? So it's a little bit of give and take, but honesty plays into that. And the celebration, it's not that your friend isn't happy for you, it's that she can't get through something that's hard. So it's a little bit of give and take there. Be there for you in time of need. So if you're in a dark place, if you're having a hard time, if you need help or support, that person is there for you unconditionally. No questions asked. The friend needs to be flexible. So, for instance, I had a really wonderful friend come over today for a coffee. And just as she was, not too far away from supposed to be coming, and I had everything ready and prepared, she sent me a text saying, it's really not working out for 1 o'clock. Would you mind us moving it to 2? Mm-hmm. No problem. No problem. You want a friend who's flexible and not really anal and stressed out about everything being perfect, because that leads to a little bit of stress. So,
yes, she did just say anal.
I did. Okay. Respects your priorities. So if your priority is your family, which I think in most cases, especially women our age, they're going to respect that and appreciate that. So if this friend had called me today and said, my child has a fever and I can't make it, I know her priority is her family, and so it should be, and I'm going to be okay with that. You want your friends to know what your priorities are and respect them. Has your back. So if someone says that they're your friend, they're going to have your back, and they're not going to allow someone to hurt you or talk about you or be cruel to you or numerous other things, right? Time or distance does not affect the friendship. So one of my best friends, I've known her my whole life, she moved away to far away, Scotland actually, and we remained really good friends and still are to this day. And I've had, for instance, we just went back to Antigua. I used to live there 20 years ago. I have two really special friends that live there, and it's like no time had ever passed. We hugged, we talked, we were happy to see each other, and that's a great friend. It wasn't weird, it wasn't awkward after 20 years, and that really
That
says
is a good
something.
friend.
So the next one, knows the important people in your life. So a good friend is going to know who your kids are, who your loved ones are. They're probably going to know your parents. They're going to know that if your grandmother died and she meant the world to you and was a big person in your life, she's going to know.
Maybe she should reach out to you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So those kinds of things you want a really good friend to know. I mean, my friends, they know my kids. They see them, they hug them, that's important, and vice versa. And number 10, what did I write here?
And you've got your glasses on. You can.
So I think this is really important. So when things go wrong, and friendships do, you can't always agree, and pain becomes part of it
Right.
sometimes if you're angry or you're hurt. I think a really good friend will always want reconciliation. So you may not agree on, if you're having a fight, you may not agree with each other, but your whole goal is to reconcile with that person. So you might have to meet halfway. It may be that I say, Shell, I don't agree with you, and you say, well, I don't agree with you, but I respect what you're saying. I hear that you're hurt, and we want to get past this. Sometimes it means that you apologize for your actions and you move past it. I don't think a good friend walks out the door when things get tough. So that's my lesson. I've had a lot of reflection, and I've looked over, my past, and I really count my blessings, and I really have a lot of good people in my life. Now, I don't have a lot of friends. I probably have, I would say probably could count on one hand my real true friends. I have a lot of acquaintances, but I think the word friend I don't throw away too easily. So if you're a friend, I think there's a reason you're in my life, and I really celebrate you today, especially after I've had this happen.
And there's
to
no
me.
end.
There's no end.
No
You haven't
fulfilling
fulfilled
your
you haven't
friendship.
fulfilled your purpose in my life.
That's right.
And so I think this has helped me help you. So I hope that this helps. And if you have friends out there that you think, you know what, I don't know if they're really a friend, go down that list and see if they fit all of those. Because I think those things are pretty important. Don't you? Do you agree?
I do. I
Were there
definitely
any
agree.
there that you didn't agree with?
No, I think being honest is important. And I think you don't have to live together. You can pick up where you left off. I really love that because I have friends like that. And most importantly, just be honest, be straightforward. If you can't do something, don't do it. But explain why, and don't make up stories, because at our age, it's really hard to remember stories that you make up. So if you're truthful, then it's much easier.
I think there's been times when I've had to say to a friend, you know what, I just can't make it today because I'm really tired.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see you when I'm tired because I want to give you my all.
That's right.
100%. And, a good friend is going to understand
That's
that
right.
and be there for you. So cheers to
Friendships.
good friends in our life. We've had so many. And Shal, you're my bestest friend.
You're my bestest
I
friend.
love
too.
you.
I love you too.
Cheers.